How's everybody? Holy crap! There's like 1,000 people in here. How's everybody doing? I've just been sitting here staring at the screen, making sure everything's working correctly. We've got a bunch of what do you call it? Added platforms that we're streaming to. So that's fun. Trying to make sure that it all works, and I hear my voice. Is there a way to mute this? This might not work on Instagram because I'm hearing my voice come through, and I don't see a way to mute it. So that's fun. But anyway, this is what I'm working on. Is that a button? Huh. I wonder if I can change that. I'll have to figure that out. We're gonna let that be for right now. And we will, not there, here, okay. There. Carol Walsh, thank you for the follow. Paul Madsen, thank you for the follow. Christopher Gonzalo, thank you for the follow. Good and fine. Alright. We'll see how it goes, because I might hear myself through the computer, and that will be disruptive to me. So what I'm trying to do here is make this look like this. And I've got all my parts. I just got to put a bunch of holes in here in the right spot. But these are mirror opposites of each other. So I have to make sure that that works. Trev, how you doing? I'm assuming I asked that and you responded with good and fine. So this, it's like this side, so we need to make it this way to match. Okay. All right. So I'm going to try and work on this on stream as I go ahead and figure out whether or not these new platforms are going to work. Nicholas, sorry for the obvious question. First time here. What kind of metal is this? I'm working with stainless steel. I've got a jabbed it. I've got some. You can't. Sterling silver there. What other materials do I have? I've got anodized aluminum. Right? So, all different kinds of metals. This is all stainless steel. Excuse me. So, let me do some counting. That's the second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Double check. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright. I got it. I double checked and this is sick. Thank you. It's going to be pretty awesome when it's done. I'm going to slip this in here. So let me grab a saddlebag. Okay. This is essentially what I'm doing to the top of my saddlebag. For anyone not... I got multiple cameras I'm trying to show it to here. Ugh. Alright. User B52SR71. Thank you for the follow. Nick, thank you for the follow. I'm wondering something. Yeah, okay. That kind of makes sense. All user comments should show up in the software, except for TikToks. I gotta get TikToks off to the side. That's okay. This music makes you want to go to Home Depot. It's not the weirdest thing you've ever said, babe, but I could see it. Alright, let's do a little more counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Is the music too loud for anyone? Okay, that's 1, 2. Three, 4. All right. So my name's Sean. I run mailworks.com. I design and sell chainmail themed apparel, and I make chainmail, and sometimes I sell it. I've been doing it for like 27 years or so. And it is something I do for fun. I make stuff and then I put it on my window ledge on display. And hello, Sean. You need some lip ick? What the fuck? Baby. Not right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I arrogantly thought that I could start this project at the beginning of Christmas break and have it mostly finished by now, but no. No, that's not the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 10, 11. 3 more, I think. Give me 2 seconds here. We're cutting holes in this sheet of chainmail to add some regular stainless diamonds. The little girl who gets caught with makeup and says she She bought it from Home Depot. I'm sure you showed that to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. So this is going to be basically a lot of counting. What ended up happening is that I got distracted by other projects and ended up not finishing the saddlebags, right? But that's okay because it's wintertime. I can't ride until the spring anyway. And Ryan Otto, thank you for the share. The like I know the idea in my head that it's gonna work, and so I kind of just like brushed it off and then was like, whatever. So now I'm trying to get back into it, but I have to count while streaming and talking, and it's fine. This is fine. But yeah, Christmas break is over. Time to get back to work. I got a lot of work done today. I contacted some people. I set up the new platforms to stream to. So if you want a different view other than this one, we are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and X. We're on all those right now. So the only one that I can't use my computer camera setup for is TikTok. I need to get to 10,000 followers. So feel free to hit that follow button. Help me get there. I'm coming up on 2,000. I'm like 300 away. So little by little, a few at a time. So I started making chainmail when I was 14 years old. I've been doing it for about 27 years, so if you do the math, that's how old I am. I've made all different kinds of stuff, which if you were hanging out at the beginning of the stream, you would have seen some of that be displayed. All right. Okay. And basically, anymore, I stream in the evenings and get my work done during the day, keep the house clean, take the kid to school, and that's about it, really. Hang out with the new dog. We got a little corgi. Does anybody, how many people? We got a few people. Has anyone here made chainmail before? It's one of those things that you see in movies, and I didn't realize this until I was 14. You know, we had a few movies that were medieval themed and had armor in them, but nothing like Lord of the Rings or Kingdom of Heaven, right? So I always thought, oh, you had to be a blacksmith to make any of that. And no, it turns out that's not the case. My first piece, I used a piece of, and I manually wrapped the wire around the piece of rebar and then cut it with some snips. Astrid Wolf, hello, how are you? For anybody who likes scale mail, you should go check out Astrid's work. Give her a follow because it's pretty awesome stuff. All right. I don't know where I'm at here. We're just going to keep tearing this apart for a little while longer. Oh, thank you. You're very welcome. Fun little hand gloves. What do you call those hand pieces? Like, you got to be careful how you talk to her because she's got those gloves with scales all over it. And half gloves? Okay. Scale mail half gloves. Let's get this all lined up here. That almost looks like I'm done with this. Let me pull this ring out and then we'll give it a count. Alright, so that is at least one other person in the comments who has made chainmail, which is cool. I love hanging out with other chainmail artists because everybody does something differently, and it's always cool to check out what they do. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't have 3 more to do on that. Do I? Wolf's Den Armor. Here's another one hanging out in the comment section that makes chainmail. You guys should go check out his work. It's very good stuff. He's been doing this for a lot, I don't know about a lot longer than me, but longer than me. And he's very crafty. Okay. That's the last one on this side. Agreed, you can't do as many lives because of the small human, so you try to sit on others' lives. Oh, well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. All right. I didn't have time to do much today. I got one video posted, and that was about it. I was busy, and it was frustrating because I was busy working instead of weaving rings. And I've got this really wicked cool idea for a new project coming up that I think I have enough rings for. So a big part of what I'm doing for anyone who is just chilling, I'm using up all the rings in my basement. I'm not ordering, well, I am ordering more, but I'm not ordering stock to have on hand, right? Like what I've ordered is to finish projects for 99% of everything I ordered, right? So once I get all the rings in the basement used up, then I'll have stock on hand with which to take like custom orders. My pliers are making yours twitch. These are like the original pliers I started making chainmail with 100 years ago. Because they're not Zurons or whatever. I don't blame you. They have teeth. Does that bother you more? They are useful for quick removal of these rings. You still have your original ones? Yeah, I got these. These were from my grandpa, and I don't know where he got them, but they've been around for a while. But yeah, so these pliers have teeth, and teeth can mar up the rings. And for any type of like jewelry piece or anodized aluminum piece, I would be using toothless pliers, similar to these. Right? Just smooth jawed pliers. And but this is stainless steel. It's a personal project for me. It's not really tearing up the rings in any significant way, so. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so yes. Not ordering more rings, using up all the rings in my basement, and new project idea. Right? And it's a fairly large project, but it's not by any means the biggest. But it's another ringception piece. And ringception is when you take rings, chainmail rings, and you make rings out of them. Right? Brittany, thank you for the follow. You're using one original, but you use small rings, so no teeth here. Most of yours have teeth, huh? Teeth make it easier for itty-bitty rings? I don't disagree. Alright, come on. Yes, these are the saddlebags. I'm cutting a hole so that I can place this the regular stainless steel diamond in here. Now, we're going to count the sides on that and see if we have the right number of rings. The center lines up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So all the sides on this that I just pulled out are even, which means that our space here should be accommodating to something along the lines of evenness. Now this is where it gets tricky. We got to make it match this piece right here. Right? 85 to 90% of the grip strength is in the pinky. That's funny. Okay. So, let's lay this out. What am I looking at here? One of these should get us started. Make sure this is all laid out correctly. And this is backwards, so it's going to go this way. Oh, this is... Okay, we're going to do this upside down and backwards to get this started. Come on. Did I get it? Seriously, do a pull-up without using a little finger. Your grip will slip. Buddy, if I could do a pull-up, I wouldn't be able to get out of bed. Okay, now we should just be able to attach each row one by one. Let's see how that works out for us. A pull-up. Okay. Yeah, if I tried to do it, let me put it this way. I was playing on the monkey bars with my kid a couple years ago and nearly ripped both shoulders out of socket, so I'm not too keen on attempting a pull-up. So I lost a tremendous amount of strength because I've got two vertebrae, dislocated discs in my neck, and so like there's a lot that I can't do. So we'll see. Maybe one day. Alright. So we just attach this row by row. All the rings are already there, in theory. It looks like it's working. And this should sit in place pretty easily. And then we'll cut the space for the next one. You know the feeling. I'll bet you do. It's like... I have to be careful being, when wrestling with my kid, because basically what happened is I was pile driven directly onto my head onto a gym floor while I was in the military, and that bent my neck out of shape. And so I lost a lot of range of motion and ability to put my arms over my head with any sort of strength. Okay. In a second, I'll show you what I've done. I think this is going. So as long as this edge lines up and we attach each row one ring at a time, this should come together fairly easily. The areas you got to watch out for are you got to match up the top and bottom and then each side with this piece here. So that's the tricky part. All right. Oh, okay. So, didn't get the saddlebags finished during Christmas break because I got distracted. I got a couple of smaller things done. Some things that didn't necessarily need to be done. But the other night I was trying to figure out, I've got this 9 feet of full Persian chain here. And I would normally use this for, say, I don't know, jewelry, right? But these are machine cut rings, and I'm not going to use machine cut rings for jewelry. You can. There's nothing saying that you can't, but I think jewelry looks much better when it's saw cut, or when it uses saw cut rings. So, all right, man. 5 o'clock seems to get a lot earlier than it used to. Yeah, for sure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a ringception piece out of this. And the thought process in my head right now is this is a full Persian chain. So I'm going to turn it into rings and make another full Persian chain out of it. Right? And I think I have enough to make a full Persian chain and then either do what's called a sandworm, which is full Persian with box weave. Full Persian is the name of a weave. Box weave is the name of a weave. Sandworm is the name of a weave that is full Persian with box weave woven around it. I was going to do this with another ringception project, but I ended up not being able to make enough rings. And then I'll take that. If I can make sandworm, then I will. And then I will turn it into one giant ring, right? If I can't do the sandworm, then I'm going to do the full Persian, and then I'm going to wrap round mail around it, so it'll be round mail with a full Persian core, right? And so that is a way to use up a lot of rings that I can't use for jewelry that I don't have specifically for another project that I bought on the fly. So it's going to be a sculptural piece, and I think if I can get this weird, let me grab this. If I can get this weird aluminum thing I made shined up a little bit. It's a little yellowed right now. I think what I'll do is I'll set that on the shelf, and then I'll put this ring of rings made from rings over the top of it and use this as a mount, as a display. I think that idea has been bugging me all night. Cat Torian, thank you for the follow. Brandon, thank you for the follow. So, I hope that made sense. Do you guys want to see what a ringception piece looks like? It's a ring made from rings of rings. That it is one way to use up rings. So, I don't have any other use for them. They just exist in my basement, and so I'm trying to... What is going on here? Oh, that's flipped around the wrong way. That makes more sense now. Trying to use them up so that I can just not have stuff laying around in my basement for forever. You know? So it's a large project, but I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to try it. We'll see how many full Persian... How many rings that I can make from the chain of full Persian. And then that'll determine what we can do with it. So I'd like to make just this giant solid ring. Okay, and do like a full Persian core, right? And if I can do the sandworm, that'd be cool, but I think it would be cooler to have the round mail go around it, but not all the way, so have like open spots to where you can see the full Persian in the middle of this round mail. It'll be cool. I'm using a lot of words specific to the chainmail lexicon that people might not follow along with, and I will try and explain, and then hopefully one day I will be able to demonstrate. So this is what I'm talking about, and then it'll all make sense. Or probably not. So that project's been bugging me. And it's a good time to work on that project too, because we've got these cloudy, ugly days, and it's just been gross, and it's going to be gross for the next 2 months. So all right. You know, for having to count and figure out ring placement and to get this started, I think that despite having to do it on stream, I managed. The last time I tried to work on this while putting the inlay into the blackened stainless, putting these stainless steel diamonds into the blackened stainless, excuse me. When I tried to work on it on stream, it was bad. Are those cut gloves? No. What are we talking? Is this is a giant sheet of chainmail that I made. And I'm cutting it up to add this to it so that it can look like this. So that it can go over to the top, over the top of my saddlebag. Duke, how you doing? I hope that answers your question. We're making lids for my saddlebags. And this is one of those things. I've got the saddlebag lids pretty much figured out. I need to do the... I need to drive up to the leather store because I need some leather for the bib for the gas tank, and then I'm gonna wrap the toolkit as well. That's my goal. So once I've got the pieces where I need them, it's just a matter of getting the lacing to connect the chainmail to the chainmail to the leather. So this next part I got to pay attention to what I'm doing because it's got to mirror this. So far, we've got one side done. Do I want to? What do I want to do? Do these even go the same direction? No, these are opposed. Okay. Which makes me wonder if I screwed up something. All right, let's figure this out. It really looks like I need one more ring in here. If I turn this all the way around, should mirror. Nope, that was a dumb thing to do. What if I flip it over? Okay. All right, so the I need some 16 gauge 1/4 inch rings here, and then okay, a couple of the black end stainless 16 gauge 5/16, and then 16 gauge 1/4 inch. 1, 2 to connect both sides. I'll need 6 of these. So this piece was going to be in addition to these, but what happened was I made the diamond size, said okay, I'll have these 4 connected diamonds and followed by 3 more, and it didn't end up being that way. Then it only ended up having enough room for the big, this patch of 4 diamonds woven together and then 2 more. All right, so let's see here. Everything's lined up. Okay. That's that, and this. Where did my jar of rings go? Alright. There we go. Eugene, thank you for the share. User 804-234, thank you for the share. Yes. Alright. So I got the 1/4 inch ring where I need to go. I need the 5/16 ring to go there. Okay. And then 1/16 or a 1/4 inch ring here. Okay, and that is like the top. That's the corner. Do the other side. And once I have this corner done, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'll give you a close-up real quick on the completed one, because this is not to brag, but this is kind of advanced for anyone, myself included. That goes like that. And then through these two. Let's see if I did that correctly. Booyah! Look at that. Okay, so let me throw this in here, make sure that I did do this correctly. Oh yeah. Okay, so what I'm talking about when I say this is slightly advanced, for anyone watching overhead, this is European 4-in-1, this center is European 4-in-1, and it's connected by a ring, a seam of opposing elf weave, where one side of the elf weave is the opposite of the other, okay? And you can see that in how the rings lie. Okay, normal elf weave, the rings that go along this seam all face the same way. The tops go this way and the bottoms go this way, right? But here, the 2 rings on top and the 2 rings on bottom all go opposing directions. And it's not like I figured that out, I don't know how long ago, but I've never seen anyone else do it. Oh. So anyway, back to throwing this together. We are making saddlebag covers. How you doing, Jack? I've got saddlebags of my Road King and the toolkit off the bike down here in the basement. And we're making some chainmail covers for all of it. And if we're lucky, and we'll see how this goes. So the whole project is gas tank, bib, toolkit for wrap the toolkit, make a bib for the gas tank, wrap that in chainmail, do the saddlebag lids, and then get the front and rear fenders taken off and the gas tank taken off, hydro dipped in a chainmail pattern of my design, and then we'll put it all back on the bike, and I would love to have that done by the spring. Not too bad, debating working on the coif, but also not feeling good today, physical or emotional. I'm sorry to hear that. I hate those days. Especially a day like today. Like, it's crap out. It's cold, it's windy, it's gross. Alright. So we'll see how my tax return comes back, and I have to figure out how to take off the rims. I know how to take off the gas tank, that's easy. Right? The front rim, that's fairly easy too. Need a jack stand for it though. The rear fender is not something that I've even looked into yet. But my option is I can take it to the local garage, have them do it, because they have all the equipment, they know what they're doing. Ship it out to someone to hydro dip it. And then when it gets sent back, throw it back on the bike. Right? Or, and I would have to pay to store the bike while it's there. Or I can try and take it off by myself, which I'm competent enough to do. I've just never done it, right? But I can watch a YouTube video. So those are my options, right? Spend $100 on a jack that I probably should have anyway, and tear all the parts off the bike myself, send them out. It's probably cheaper, but the risk is that I will have a bike on a jack stand in the garage for a indeterminate amount of time. So weather isn't too terrible there in Dallas. I'll bet it's not. I miss Dallas. Just having a hard time with job hunts and not feeling well. Yeah. That'll always get you. I never had much luck with job hunts. You love figuring that sort of out via YouTube, honestly. I do too, when it's within my scope, right? Like I can remove the front fender myself. I can remove the gas tank myself. The rear fender, I don't know about, just because there's a belt involved. And I might not even have the tools to do it. So, the other thing is putting it back together. Like, I'm going to have to rely on myself to be competent enough to do that. And I'm not saying no, but I'm not making any guarantees. You know what I mean? So, depending on how things go, I'll contact the shop. If they'll take them off for $100 and let me store it there for $100, you know, I'd rather just do that. It's when, like, storage fees and maintenance and everything starts coming out to be $1,000 here and there. No, we're not doing that. For sure, your last car was mostly held together by YouTube and anger. There you go. I've had cars like that. I quit working on my cars a long time ago because the last vehicle I was willing to do major maintenance on was a 79 International Scout 2 that I had. Or no, the 72. I never got to the 79. But when I was about 25, I got a Mitsubishi Diamante and I took one look under the hood, and I was like, yeah, I don't have the tools or the skill required to do this. And I was in the military at the time, so I didn't have a place to work anyway. I was like, yeah, no, the time of me working on my car was over. The last was a 06 Nissan Murano. Right on. It's like we moved to be closer to family, and my brother-in-law is a mechanic, and so anytime anything goes wrong, I just take it over there and say, hey, it's making noise, and he fixes it for me. So I really appreciate actually having a brother-in-law as a mechanic, or a mechanic as a brother-in-law, because I've had work done here in town where the mechanic was very shoddy and very dirty, and like dirty as in like morally gray, morally dirty. He had bad ethics. And yeah, he screwed up my truck real good. My brother-in-law got it figured out, and wasn't the end of the world. Scott, thanks for the follow. Speaking of Scots, I gotta check on my neighbor Scott. He had a knee replacement, and then he went into sepsis, which is a infection throughout your body. And can you make me a chainmail flashlight? No. But, and I mean this with all sincerity, you're really the first person to have ever asked me that. I am, of course, being sarcastic. That comment comes up all the time. No problem. Oh, for the follow, yeah. Yes, thank you. Trying to get to 10,000. I was going to stream earlier today. I didn't have the time. I was too busy getting hacked off at YouTube. My live streams show up under the live tab, but they used to auto-populate to the video tab, and that used to auto-populate to the Mailworks app, so all my live streams would be on the app if anybody wanted to go and watch me blab on about nonsense, right? But they were there. Anyway, the live streams only go under the live tab. I could not find a way to move them over to the video tab. There doesn't seem to be a way, from what I gathered from YouTube and all my search queries today. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just delete the live stream feature on the Mailworks app. Which, oh yeah, by the way, if you're interested in learning more, if my Gen 5 broke, want to learn how to make your own fleshlight, go to the link tree in my bio, and you can download the Mailworks app, which has all the resources I would have wanted when I first started 27 years ago, as far as tutorials, suppliers. There's no specific tutorial for that particular item, but I'm sure you could figure it out. You know, get some pliers, find a ring manufacturer to buy some rings from, and make yourself whatever you want. There are chainmail groups that are dedicated to that sort of thing. I don't have anything against it, but they are not on the app because it's supposed to be like a kid-friendly app kind of thing for anyone and everyone who wants to learn. So if you've been watching, hanging out, go check out the app when we get done here. And yeah, if you're interested in learning how to make chainmail, right? If you already know, there's a bunch of resources on there that you probably are already aware of. It's good for everyone, veterans and newbies. And also, if you like what you're watching and you want to see more, you want to help me be able to continue to make chainmail on stream, please go check out mailworks.com, where I design and sell chainmail themed apparel and accessories for all your heart's desires. Big item up right now is the chainmail snug hoodie. That's it's getting cold.